Hi everyone, welcome to episode 139 and the beginning of season 4 of Army Think Tank podcast. I am Jan.
Jess.
And how are you doing this week?
Well, it's 2024, which
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Feels like a weird number. I don't know.
It's really weird. Year of the Dragon.
Year of the Dragon.
Rawr. Rawr.
I don't know.
Not to be confused with Year of the Tiger, which is also rawr.
Yes, rawr, but like rawr XD for dragon.
Extra large. XL rawr.
XL rawr. I don't know. I don't know. It's been like New Year's has gone and passed.
Yeah, New Year's was very anticlimactic.
I just spent the day with my friend. We went shopping, and then we cooked dinner, had some wine, and then just watched Hannibal. So that was.
I played. One of my friends made a Minecraft server for New Year's Eve, so a bunch of us were playing Minecraft.
Listen, you know how I feel about Minecraft. I love Minecraft. It's one of my favorite things.
I was building a random wizard tower when New Year's happened over here.
Love it.
So
love it.
But yeah, 2024 started strong. I'm also just gonna say thank you for 500 subscribers on YouTube. This shit is fucking wild.
It's kind of crazy. I don't know, like, we just do this for fun.
I never expected to get here.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but we appreciate all of you for being here, so thank you.
We appreciate all the viewers and friends we've made along the way.
And all your comments bring us so much happiness and joy. And
we hope that you guys will stick with us for another year of podcasting and reaction and chaotic energy. That is our thing.
We still bring the chaos every day.
Hopefully this year we'll tell you guys that I'm officially not an alien anymore.
Hopefully. Let's
Jesus
hope.
Christ.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any, I don't want to say resolutions because I don't know if I believe in resolutions. I think setting intentions for the year is a good thing. So do you have any intentions that you want to set for this year?
Well, apart from this one that's basically out of my control, is to basically start working again and hopefully start streaming again, as a on the side kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that one is very much out of my control. So, but my plan is every year is just to stay as healthy as I can.
Yeah, that's a good intention.
Being chronically ill, that's probably good.
Probably.
But plan goals, I want to see friends more. I want to go see my family, but again, those are things that are out of my control. But what about you?
I think for me, the biggest one for this year would be getting my own place.
Okay.
That's the biggest one for me, I think, at this moment. So we'll see how that goes this year. Mm-hmm. Obviously, work is a little bit out of my control in some regards because it's really dependent on what productions are coming here. I do know that I will be working on a production in May, so that will
exciting.
But other than that, I think the biggest one for me is to get my own space.
That's good.
That's
a good goal. That's a good intention for 2024.
It's a good
intention. What are you doing?
It's a good goal for 2024. So that is the plan.
Yeah.
I'm living in the end times. So.
For 2024, I want to manifest Jacob and I getting a new mattress.
That is a good thing. Manifest it. Here's the thing that I believe about
it depends on how our health goes, because we're starting 24 with Jacob being referred to a specialist for something. So that's what it is.
Here's the thing though about manifestation and intentions. It's you already have to be living in the time. So I'm already living in my new space. I'm already there.
Yeah, for us it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So
that's what it is. I hope that you guys had a good New Year's. I hope you had fun if you went out or if you were at home, like with
I
friends.
wish you all health, happiness.
Yeah, all the
safety.
Things. Yes. Let's make sure we stay healthy, we stay safe. We have some things, you know, that we got to get through this year. Because we have a whole new year that's going to be coming with the boys coming back. We have Jin coming back in this
Jin
year.
coming back in June.
We have Jhope coming back this year in October.
Yep.
So we need to be healthy as hell for our boys.
We got 6 months to prepare.
We have 6 months. We gotta
prepare.
These
6 months are gonna go by so fucking quick.
Fast.
I can tell you that for free.
Yes, so
because it feels
quickly.
like 2 months ago that we just like wrote 23.
Yeah.
And we're already in 2024.
It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be crazy.
Wild.
We're gonna just be out here living.
Yeah, but so if you guys saw, Jess made an amazing BTS rewind for 23. If you haven't seen it already, it'll be linked somewhere, but for sure in the description. Go and give it a look. It is beautiful. It is amazing. It is nostalgic. But I figured we could talk about some of our like personal BTS highlights from 23 and some of our like personal like stuff that like that happened to us and like stuff that we enjoyed during 2023.
Yeah.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about 2023?
For me, travel.
You did travel a lot.
A lot this
like every other month you were at least in Vancouver.
Yeah, like actually, yeah, like going to like the August D concert in LA, it was a huge highlight. And definitely Korea, Japan were the other highlights.
Oh, for sure.
Of 2023. Travel, yeah. And I for this year also want to continue with that theme of traveling. Like I will be going to England in March, which is like coming up very quickly. We're like less than 90 days out, so it's like,
listen, I'm gonna be on a boat in 46 days, and I'm excited.
So I want to continue the trend of like traveling and like getting out there, experiencing new things. And I think also too, like the Korea, Japan also ties into BTS as well, because I did a lot of BTS stuff while I was there, and we hit like 2 birthdays at the same time, like with Jungkook and Junie. So yeah, travel would be my biggest.
That is definitely something you did a lot last year.
Yeah. So much. Like it's ridiculous, but in like the best way possible.
Oh yeah, like for sure. Your wallet is quaking, but in the best way.
Yeah, she's. Yeah, I saw this video though that made me like laugh out loud, and I had to send it to my friend Len, because it was just like, it was so funny. It was like, I bought my credit card a little pillow to sleep in at night. And it's like you buy it a new like wallet to like put it in. And I was like, yeah, that was me, basically.
That's it, yeah.
What about you? What was like the one thing that like stood out in 2023?
I didn't have like anything like major happen in 23. I feel like the more major things are like not necessarily happy things. Because being stuck in limbo with USCIS is kind of just like every day kind of looks the same.
Yeah.
But I mean, finding out the fuck was wrong with my skin was a pretty good one. We're still working on it, but it's at least I know what it is.
Yeah.
Like there's something about getting a diagnosis that makes a little bit of a difference. For sure. I mean, we moved in 2023, moved in with my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
So going from an apartment complex that breaks down all the time and we're not able to communicate with our freaking landlords to living with a family member is definitely a highlight. We have pets. We live with pets. That's really nice.
That's nice. You also discovered a cup sleeve in your area.
Yes, that is definitely one of the highlights towards the end of the year. Went to my first cup sleeve event. That was really, really nice. One of my highlights, it's gonna sound real dumb. Baldur's Gate 3 came out.
I feel like that would be on my brother's highlight as well for 2023.
That is part of my personality. I am a vampire twink lover. Astarion, my love.
Yeah. We'd love that.
But I mean, it's the little things, you know.
Yeah.
Like
honestly,
every little times I'm able to talk to my grandparents, like whenever my mom goes visit them, is always a highlight for me.
Yeah.
But hopefully 2024 will be my year. I know I say that every time, but hopefully this time I actually get my green card and I can actually like do more stuff.
Yeah.
Because I very much feel like I've been in limbo ever since I got married.
Yeah.
Even though, like, yes, we went, like, on cruises, like, once a year. Like, that's also a highlight. But it's just, like, I want to be able to do more things, you know?
I feel like I saw something that's related to that of, like, I feel like everybody was just, like, stuck in 2020 especially. It's like,
yes,
we're still trying to gain back, like, those types of things
a lot
from
of
2020.
People, even like psychiatrists and like therapists, have been saying that basically since 2020, a lot of people don't think that like 2020 to like 2023 with COVID, it's like you basically haven't aged. Those are like 3 years, like 3-4 years that did not exist.
Yeah.
And so
I feel that.
Like early 2023, I was like, what? I was like 24?
Yeah.
Like 23, 24, and I'm turning 27 in like 40 days.
Yeah.
It does not sound real to me.
No, I like turned 30, so like 31 last year in 2023, and I'm going to be turning 32 this year. But I don't necessarily feel like I'm in my 30s. Like, it doesn't feel like I exist in the 30s space. It does not feel
like the past like 4 years, because counting 2020 is like the last 4 years basically did not
happen.
They happen, obviously, because like we've had highlights, we have lows, like they did happen, but like in age, especially aging wise, it feels like we were like in limbo. And that shit is weird.
It's weird. It's a weird sort of.
It does not feel like I'm turning into my late 20s.
No.
I'm turning 27, and I'm like, people are gonna be like, oh, you're young, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, yeah, but it still feels like I'm like 23, 24.
Yeah. I still feel like I'm in my late 20s.
But I'm turning 27.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Riddle me this.
I can't, because like I'm in the same boat.
I can't.
I can't do it. I can't.
But, yeah, it was just like, it was, I mean, very much of a limbo year for me, but it was like the little things, you know?
Yeah, it's all about.
But also, it's really funny. So we're going on a cruise.
Yeah.
As like the past 2 years, we're leaving. Like we're boarding the boat in 46 days. I'm so excited. We're checking in tomorrow. You don't understand how excited I am.
I do. Trust me, as a frequent flyer, I know.
The thing is, like, it's happened like the last 2 years as well. Every single time, like, leading up to the new year, we're like, oh, we're going on a cruise in February, blah, 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 it's whatever. But as soon as the year turns, we're like, okay, we can go on the cruise now.
It's time.
We have to go now.
It's time. Yeah. No, I know. I'm so excited to go to England. It's like been on my like list of places to visit for a long time, and 2020 we were supposed to go, so it kind of feels like we've been waiting for like 4 years for this to actually happen, and now that it's happening, part of it does not feel real, but yet I have like all these things booked.
Just wait for me to be able to go back to Canada, dude.
It's gonna be wild.
That shit's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be a wild time. I'm excited. 2024, part of it doesn't feel like a real year because 24, that seems ridiculous, but it also feels like, all right, let's give her, let's go,
let's get it, dude.
Get it. Let's get it. Thanks, JK.
Party, yeah.
Party, yeah.
Do you have like any books that you've read apart from like the BTS book? I had to add that. Apart from the BTS book that you've read in 23, that like it could be it could be like a webcomic, it could be like anything you read. basically.
I did read a series. So I've had this series on I've read a couple of things. So the series that stands out to me because I read it on the plane at one point or another. I don't know which plane. It was on one of them. One of these planes I was reading a book. So it's a trilogy of books and it's by a Canadian author.
Oh.
Yes. The book is called Winterkill by Kate. Her last name starts with a B. I'm really bad with like book names.
Yeah.
Like author names.
I feel you.
Unless I like stand out, like anyway, Kate A something. And her series is called Winterkill series. So it's about a settlement of people who are isolated and this one girl who's very curious about the outside world and stumbles upon a new group of people she's never seen before.
Oh.
And it kind of is about her journey discovering that they are not the only ones alive on the planet. And
got you.
That there's like new ways of viewing the world. So it's a very interesting series. I will say the last book in the series, since it's a trilogy, I was kind of how do I explain this? I was kind of getting a certain vibe that I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But it's a good series, like, overall. I feel like book 1 and book 2 are quite good. It's just kind of the last little bit of book 3 where I'm just like, God damn it. Like, you were so close to getting the point, and then you just, like, you missed it.
Yeah.
Just by a little bit. And once you, like, realize it, you're like, ooh. But I'd still, you know, like, supporting a Canadian author, I still would say, like, it's definitely,
that's
like,
one of the things I really enjoyed whenever I had, like, my English, like, Canadian English literature class in college. That was, like, really fucking nice.
And I met her in person, actually.
Ooh, that's even better.
Yeah, so I have a hard copy signed from her. Nice. This was, like, a couple of years ago, like, probably even before COVID.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so I've had this book for a while.
It was a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. I am also the type of person that I want to binge read books,
like, in order. I get you.
Her, like, last book didn't release until a couple of years ago, so I was, like, waiting until the trilogy was, like, finalized before I read it. But the reason that I had met her was because I was going to meet another author who's a Calgarian, Danielle Jensen, who I love her book series. She's an incredible author. Definitely, I recommend go reading her books. They're all great. So the whole point was to go and meet her, and then her, Kate, and another author were all there signing books together.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and so I got to, like, meet them and hang out with them. I also, like, went afterwards to, like, a bar to, like, hang out with them and, like, talk with them about... That's really cool. Yeah, so it was, like, a really cool, like, introduction, and being able to, like, meet her in person is really cool. And so, yeah, I would say, like, that book trilogy is quite good, and I enjoy supporting, like, local authors, which is great. This year, I'm hoping to read a little bit more, besides the BTS book, which obviously I devoured in, like, 2 seconds.
Yes.
I really want to read Yellowface. I want to read Almond is on that list. And
don't worry, I already have a pile, and I have 2 books on my nightstand.
Yes. What was the other one that I wanted to... Oh, I Want to Die, but I Want to Eat the Bookie. That was the other one that I wanted to read this year. So that's hopefully what's going to happen. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see.
What I've started, like, getting back into reading, like, non-webcomics, because I read webcomics, like, almost every night before falling asleep. When I stop doing TikTok, I go to my webcomics, and then that helps me fall asleep.
Yeah, fair.
So, but a book, I got a library card, so I'm just like...
Oh, wow. So
there's a library, like, next to the house.
Oh,
basically.
Okay.
So, like,
you have to go then.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I started the Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer Armentrout.
Why does that sound familiar?
I
feel like my mother has read it.
She's a pretty like prolific author.
Yeah.
It's also a little bit spicy.
That sounds like a book my mother would read. To be perfectly frank.
Okay, I love me my spicy, like, fantasy romance.
Yes,
books.
of course. Yeah. They have to have a little bit of fantasy. This is why, yeah, like Danielle Jensen's definitely fantasy, so it like lends into all of that with her like spiciness in there, and I'm like,
so I'm just like, but I devoured the first 2 books at the end of 2023. So it was A Shadow in the Ember, and the second one is A Light in the Flame. The third one came out sometime last year. So whenever I put it on hold, I was like 49th on the list.
Oh god.
But I got it today and I started it, so we'll update.
Okay. I'm ready.
We'll update.
We'll update.
But I already like I also read White and Royal Blue, which the movie I think I read it like
that
end
movie.
of 2022 or like early 2023. That's when I read it.
It's so good.
The book is so good. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it.
Okay.
It's like the movie is a really good adaptation, but there are like a bunch of details and stuff from like random things the things that can appear like really random in the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
But the book is like just as easy to read as the movie was easy to watch.
I really like that movie.
Oh, you got the spice in there as well. So I highly recommend. It's an amazing book. It's like funny, it's got the spice, it's got the romance, it's got like the modern vibe. So that's a book I really, really enjoyed. So even though I didn't like read a whole bunch in 2023 because I started back like pretty late. I am planning, but well, I've read a lot, but like physical books that are not web comics.
Yes.
I got back into it.
Yeah, I want to also like
so
get back into reading.
Pretty happy. I also started another series by the same author, by Jennifer Armentrout. So I'm also reading that. Nice. And today I also picked up a new book by Tessa Bailey. If you like her corny romance, you get
yeah.
So this one's a new one from last year, so I'm gonna read that as well.
Nice.
Because the other ones are like pretty fantasy heavy, so like having a little bit
nice
of
to have
modern, like
a juxtaposition.
So I'm just like, you can judge me all you want for me liking spicy books, but I like my spicy books, and I am not ashamed.
No shame. No shame. No shame.
Any dramas that you watched that like jump to you thinking about 23, or like not necessarily like new in 2023, or maybe that you've like finally watched in 23?
I feel like, okay, this is gonna sound very odd, but but for me, because I work in film and television, specifically television, it really takes a lot for me to like sit down and watch a new television show. Like my parents can consume television like it's their job. But to me, the most like calming way to watch television for me is like to watch something I've already watched. Which sounds stupid, but like
it's not stupid.
But like because I work on stuff,
because it can take a lot of energy.
Yeah, it takes
totally
a lot of
understand
energy to like invest in stuff. So I usually go back to my classics, which are varied. With genres. So like of course I love my like Gossip Girl and Friends like type vibes, like the sitcom-y plus a like hour-long like dramas.
Who doesn't? Okay, I own all of Gossip Girl on DVDs, okay? Because whenever I was watching it on Netflix, I think I've said this like very early in the podcast, in our podcast days. I was like mid-season 4 or something. And Netflix Canada was removing it, but they removed it as I was watching it, so it hit the midnight. It stopped playing. I refreshed and it was gone. So my mom got me the whole series on DVD. I could watch it.
Listen, it's a classic show. I will not hear any of it.
When it comes Chuck forever, dude.
Forever. Here's the thing, like when it comes fall time, it's like Gossip Girl, Gilmore Girls, like that's what it is.
Gilmore Girls, I love.
So good. So that's the kind of stuff like if I'm in a cozy mood, I'll watch. But like my like favorite shows, one would be Hannibal. I love that show a lot. It is 18 plus. I will tell you that right now. Do not watch it.
I mean, just from the name, I feel like it's pretty.
Do not watch it. Do not listen.
Don't.
It's visceral.
Do not.
Don't do it. The other one that's also 18 plus is a show called Generation Kill. So it is about It is a mini series from HBO that is based off of a book.
Okay.
This book, however, is a guy who used to work for Rolling Stone made this book as he was on a trek during the Iraq War with Marines. So it's a real story about a Rolling Stones reporter who went to Iraq to be with these Marines, and the show is based off of that. It is an incredible show. Again, 18 plus. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's 18 plus. And if you don't really get like Marine humor, then a lot of it is going to be like,
yeah,
you might be offended by some stuff that they say. Telling you that right now. That's a forewarning. It is one of my favorite shows, however. It's so good, like production wise, writing, acting is incredible. Like these guys spent like months together in the desert filming this show.
I have no doubt. Yeah.
And it's so good. Listen, men in uniforms get me every time.
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, those are like my shows that I will constantly be going back to because they're just so good. And like Veronica Mars is another one that I really love. If we're talking like K-dramas, I feel like Hotel de Luna is one that I will constantly go back to. It's so good. Listen, I've talked about the show.
I'm that way. Like
so many
me and a bunch of like other armies in the Discord that we've been, we're like that a lot with Business Proposal.
Oh yeah. I do love Business Proposal. So good. So good. I love that one.
Any other shows?
There is one that was on Netflix. I don't know if it is anymore because I don't have Netflix anymore. But it's called Black, and it's about a Grim Reaper, which is so good. It's so good.
It looks like it's still there? Question mark.
That one was probably actually one of the first K-dramas I had ever watched. What's another one that I'm thinking of?
No, it's not there.
Yeah. It's Okay to Not Be Okay.
Yes.
Love that show.
The intricacies of emotions in that show are masterfully
immaculate.
Show. It's amazing.
I have never had like such an emotional reaction than I did with that show. Like it just
it was so bad, it was so good. Well, no, it was so good, it was bad.
Yeah.
It's difficult to like
yeah. It's like I think I was reading Magic Shop at the same time, and so it's just like
you need to like experience it for yourself.
It was not okay. I would recommend not reading Into the Magic Shop at the same time.
Don't do the same mistake she did.
No. Because all your emotions are just going to be like messed up.
Oh, yeah.
All at once. It's great. I love it. But yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know. Those are the vibes. I didn't really discover anything new.
That's fine.
But
don't need to be discovering things all the time.
It's just the classics. Again, I work in this industry, so it's kind of hard sometimes to like want to sit down and watch television when I've already watched so much of it already.
Listen, I'm not going to be surprised when I said that I've watched a lot of spicy Thai BLs, okay?
If you know, you know. They're great.
They're really good. One of my, I think that was it this year or was it last year? Shinpoochy is like one of the best ones. I think came out early this year.
Wild.
It's fucking wild. But a drama that I absolutely love, and I've talked about this before, and you probably know where I'm going. Hidden Love.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
That shit is a green flag after green flag. It is the best fucking Chinese drama I've ever watched. I recommended it to Tanya. She's as obsessed as me, if not more.
She loves her dramas.
We still send each other like edits from Hidden Love, and it's been months.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting to rewatch it because I want to like rewatch it after like a long time, so it like feels a little bit more like
fresh
as if
again.
it was the first time.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I fucking love Hidden Love, dude. I started with Jacob. We started watching Tale of the Nine Tail 1938. We need to finish that at some point. It's just as funny, if not funnier, than just Tale of the Nine Tail. It's really good. Nice. I think we have like a couple episodes left. That one was really good. I have my list open, so that's why I'm looking over here. I found out I watched a lot of Chinese drama this year. I've watched like a good amount of Korean ones as well, but I've watched a lot of Chinese dramas. So The Flaming Heart was really good. Nice. It's like a doctor and firefighter kind of romance. I think there have two. Fireworks of My Heart was also really good. I finally watched Shooting Stars, which was a drama from last year. Nice. Really good. I watched so much shit. Jesus Christ. That's a problem. My God. Once Upon a Small Town was really good. But one of the dramas that I'm really excited to watch is My Demon. Oh. It's still airing on Netflix right now. It should finish airing like at the end of January, so that's why I'm waiting to watch it. Otherwise, one of my comfort shows that I usually go to, I watch a lot of Chicago Med.
Oh, yeah. Chicago Med's good. I like Chicago
Med. I watch a lot of Chicago Med.
I do like Chicago Med. I do like a lot of the like medical dramas. They're quite
I can't bring myself to watch Grey because there's too much drama. Like the balance between drama and like medical is not balanced enough for me.
No. That's why I like I do.
But it's not for me.
I used to watch it. Like I haven't caught up with it in a very long time because it just feels like it's never ending. And I'm like, I want it to end. Like I'm ready for it to end. And I think a lot of the fans are too, because they keep like recycling the same stuff. And I don't know, like the first season and like probably the first like 10 seasons are great. They're so solid. It's like such a good show. But like after that,
at one point it's just like kill it, please.
Kill it. It's time for it to die.
It's time for it to die.
I would also say The Resident is in Chicago. The Resident
is pretty good, yes.
It's very good. I like it.
The Good Doctor is not bad too.
Yeah.
It has that whole like aspect to it, but it's not bad.
It's not bad.
What is going on with my PC right now?
I don't know.
It's dying.
No, please. Should we talk about the BTS stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
So we got like a couple of things to talk about. It's not huge, obviously, because it's
I lost my page.
Oh, it's only like 3 days into 2024, so
I'm already lost.
Already lost.
Episode 5 and 6 of Beyond the Star
are coming out.
Yes. They're coming.
Again, I'm gonna watch like the whole series as like a whole thing.
I also don't have Disney Plus, so I have to figure something out.
Yeah.
So
we'll watch it as it's like an entire show, and then we'll say our thoughts and stuff on it.
But we're just like, if they're coming out.
They're coming out, just so you know. 5 and 6.
But we got Jin's January message for 2024.
Okay, part of me was surprised that we got a message for 2024 because my thought process was like, oh, they're only doing this for 2023 and then they're not doing it for 2024. So when that video came up,
I had no doubt in my mind that he was doing it for the entirety of his service. No doubts in my mind.
I love him so much.
Like, I know.
I love him so much.
I love him so much.
It was also really cute because not only did Jin come and say hello to us and surprise us, but also Jhope wrote an entire letter for us. 2 letters, in fact, because one of them was on Twitter and one of them was on Weverse.
The postcard was so fucking cute.
The postcard was so cute. I was like, Hobie, I can't do this.
I love them so much.
I love you so much. Why are you like this? Stop. I love you. He was just so sweet and so excited
about
coming back. Like, I am just so excited.
I'm tearing up. I'm gonna cry.
I know. Like, I know how hard they've been working when their service is going on. We know that they would excel at this, but what they're really passionate about is being with ARMY and making music. And so the fact that he was like, yes, 2023 was good, but 2024 is going to be even better because I'm going to be with my ARMY is just, it makes me want to cry. And I don't know.
But also just like flashback to when Jin won the freaking like talent show whenever he first entered because he taught like choreography to his group.
Like, of course he would. He is the choreographing king. Let's be honest.
It was like, people say I don't dance well. I'm gonna show them.
I mean, I'm just thinking back to the one run episode where they had like somebody mirror the dance moves and they had to guess which song it was, and Jin was just like killing the whole thing. Yeah. And the guys were like, actually, maybe he should be the dance captain.
He's got so much more practice.
He knows.
He knows.
He knows. He's like, he just knows. He's my king. I love him.
I love them so much. I miss them so much. I cannot wait for June and October to have our moon and our sunshine back. And until then I'll cry, but
until then I'm gonna cry. I'm also really looking forward to seeing what the two of them do while they're waiting for the rest of the members. I know we'll get definitely a Jin solo album, obviously, that'll come out. Hobie did say that he has a dance album ready to go, so I'm assuming that'll also come out next year or this year.
My theory was always that Jin release the astronaut before leaving, and then whenever he comes back he'll be like, I can just do my album now. Yeah.
And that's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly the best way to do it.
Yeah. I also kind of have a theory that Junie will also release an album this year and just drop it out of nowhere.
Yeah, whatever.
It's going to happen.
I'm assuming Yoongi is probably gonna just like drop some shit at some point, just like he did with like D2.
That is true. Here's the thing with Yoongi though, is he has time. Like, he can actually do that with his service. Yeah. Like, he can work on music. He can actually
work on music. He just can't like promote and like
But like, if you're dropping like a little album, like
I mean, if something happens, it's gonna be like a D2 type of shit, and he's just gonna be like, haha, there you go.
Surprise, bye. That's gonna be Junie, guaranteed. It's gonna be Kim Namjoon. I know it. I can feel it.
Feel it in my bones.
Feel it in my bones.
But otherwise, last but certainly not least, happy late birthday to our winter bear, Tay.
Hey, happy birthday!
Everything kind of happened all at once. It usually happens with the end of the year. Yes. But we have not forgotten our baby bear.
Never.
Got the winter edit that Jess made, which was amazing. Really hope that he had a really good birthday.
Yeah, I hope you had a good birthday.
You know, it's like in basic, but I hope you had a really good birthday.
I hope you had a good birthday regardless.
We celebrated for you, if anything.
We did. I've celebrated multiple times.
And I'm gonna celebrate in 2 weeks.
Yes, this weekend I'm also going to another cup sleeve, so nice. It's just every weekend now.
Yeah. just gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
Yeah, and speaking of his birthday, ARMY got a very special gift.
Oh, so by the time this comes out, the reaction video is coming on Sunday.
Yes,
I know we said it'd be like last week, but stuff happens, so it's gonna be this Sunday.
It's gonna be this Sunday.
So wherever you are, from by Umi featuring B, came out basically on his birthday. It's such a vibe, so make sure to watch our reaction whenever it comes out on Sunday.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, we loved it.
It's not hard.
It's not hard.
Spoiler alert, it was too short.
I wanted it to be 10 minutes.
Yes.
So
that's the kind of song that you can like, people, you know, the people that make like the 10-hour edits?
Yeah.
On YouTube?
Yeah. I'm gonna be finding that. So that I can listen to this song over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's like me with like a Youngblood covered by TXT.
Yeah.
I need the full cover.
Like, where is it?
I need the full thing.
I'm ready.
But,
my God.
I think this brings us to our songs of the week.
Songs of the week. I think, okay.
Are you gonna change yours?
I might.
Do you want me to go first then?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So my BTS song this week is Moon. Because we got our Jin message and because Jess got me my own Wuto for Christmas. So it just felt fitting. I didn't want to go like the astronaut and be like full Wuto, but I was like, I'm gonna go a little space, you know?
Listen, Moon, such a special place to me. Like, who writes a song comparing himself to the moon that he looks down to his army? Like,
listen, for me, also whenever I think of Moon, I just think of Jin kissing like the prop Earth.
Listen, I may or may not have that as a wallpaper at some point.
Listen.
Like, on my phone. I'm like, he's kissing me.
He's kissing me.
Yeah.
The Delulu is strong with this one.
Listen, the Delulu is the Salulu.
Oh my god, my TikTok is full of may your Delulu become Trolulu in 24.
And I'm standing by that. Honestly, I'm living in the end where my Delulu is realized.
Sometimes you need a little Delulu to make your day better.
All the time.
Yeah.
It works.
And my non-BTS song is Wildflower by Namjoon.
I freaking love this song.
I know.
I love this song so much. Yeah, I mean, Indigo...
Words cannot express how much we love this song.
Yeah, Indigo is a masterpiece, and I will not be taking any criticism on that.
She will take this to her grave.
To my grave. To my
She
grave.
will be buried with all of her vinyls.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
What about you?
So originally my BTS song was going to be Spring Day. However, I feel like a more fitting tonality to the new year is Take Two.
Spring Day was a little too sad.
It was a little too sad, and I'm not necessarily in a sad place. I feel like Take Two is like the perfect middle.
Yeah, it's also like this. Oh my god. Speaking of New Year's, just after midnight, my fucking playlist gave me We Are Bulletproof the Eternal.
No. Ma'am. No. Don't do me dirty like that.
I was just thinking about it. I was like, I was crying at like midnight.
Yeah.
On New Year's Day.
Yeah. I was also thinking a good fit would be 0 o'clock as well.
Yes.
But because it's like BTS, I want to include all of them, so Take Two. And then my non-BTS song is by the one and only J to the Ho.
Mine was Almost Equal Sign.
Yeah, mine's Safety Zone. I freaking love that song so much. It's so good.
Mine was Almost Equal Sign. It was like really fucking close.
I love it. Future was also a very close contender to that as well.
Jhope has been creeping this week.
I know. Like, I don't know what it is.
I'm not gonna complain.
I'm not complaining. I'm genuinely not complaining. But yeah. Safety Zone.
But yeah, I think that brings us to the end of this week's episode.
Yeah.
As usual, we have a new podcast episode coming out every Thursday, and a new clip this week, a new reaction video coming out on Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. You can listen to us on the go, basically on any app where you would listen to your podcasts on the go. You can also find us on our social medias at Army ThinkTank or at Army ThinkTank Podcast. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. On that note, have a good week. Happy New Year's again.
Happy New Year!
And see you next Thursday.